If I fucked Sterling that night, I didn't know it. It didn't matter. My mind was on vacation. Apparently, Sterling was so stupid that just my sweet face was enough to make him do whatever I wanted. The next day, I convinced him to let me drop him at work and use his car. I promised to pick him up later that night. The idea of him seeing me 2 nights in a row was enough bait for him. I put-putted in the little car back to the house in Long Island, hoping that my mother would be released and I could meet up with her. At some point, she'd figure out she had to cooperate, even if all she said was, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Then they would release her. Hell, she was completely innocent. I hated to think of her in jail, especially with her being so fragile. Since when does spending your husband's money become a crime? If it were, more than half of all women in the whole country would be locked down. If she wasn't at the house, by the time I got there, I'd swing by the precinct. The way I figured, they'd just try to shake her up, try to get her to give evidence against SOULJAH, which she would never do. I'd pick up my mom's, and then we would track down the girls. The driveway to my house was blocked off. It wasn't a regular police car, you know, the kind with the siren. It was one of them cars like the DT drives, undercover. I pulled to the side of the road. I climbed the winding driveway leading up to our home. Excuse me, officer, this is my house, and this house and all the belongings inside are now the property of the federal government. No one is allowed on the property unless he is an agent of the federal government. Who are you? The FBI, he said with authority and a puffed out chest. Explain this to me, I said carefully. How is it that you people can take people's property, steal their house, and not even allow a woman to get her clothes out or her baby sister's bottles? I was going for sympathy. I had no wins running up against the Glock. In America, miss, all material items purchased with illegal money made from illegal actions and transactions are subject to seizure. Now, if you want something in there, all you got to do is bring some pay stubs from your job and prove you have a legitimate occupation. If those items inside the house are within the boundary of your earnings and you can prove it to the judge, you can get them back. You can pick up the necessary paperwork from the precinct or have your lawyer call us up and we'll send it to him. I wanted to spit in his face, but for now it wouldn't be smart. The only thing to do now was go straight to SOULJAH's lawyer. Otherwise, all these cocksuckers would give me this official talk and send me away empty-handed. I would get the lawyer involved on my mother's behalf as well. As the car maxed out at 60 miles per hour, my mind calculated the value of everything in my bedroom: jewelry, clothes, shoes, electronics, TV, etc. Hats off to the motherfucking police. I thought to myself, they had the best hustle in town. They were the real criminals.